Jonathan Lee Riches Investigates. I am covering the Moscow, Idaho Bryan Kohberger case. Let's talk about a name that most of you are probably not familiar with. There's a name that's been brought to my attention. The medical examiner who examined at least one of the victims' bodies. The victims, 4 college students, brutally stabbed inside a home during the early morning hours of November 13th, 2022. Now, I was under the assumption that the bodies of the 4 victims were taken by the Latah County coroner, Catherine Mabut, and examined by Latah County, but it doesn't seem like that's the case. I'm going to show you right now. I have the affidavit of probable cause about Bryan Kohberger's arrest, and it names a name inside this affidavit. Veena Singh, Spokane County medical examiner. Spokane County is like 80 miles away from Latah County. It looks like she examined at least the body of Ethan Chapin. Not sure, because the affidavit I read on and it didn't say any other of the victims examined by this particular medical examiner, but at least Ethan Chapin. I'm assuming all 4 of them she examined all 4 of them. But who is Veena Singh? And why did Latah County choose her? Why did authorities there choose a medical examiner from that far away? Well, you know, it's a big city. Maybe Latah County doesn't have the resources. But let me give you a little bit of information about Veena Singh. This is a news report from April 12th, 2021. Spokane County hires new medical examiner. Spokane County has hired Dr. Veena Singh as the new chief medical examiner. The medical examiner's office does autopsies and forensic investigations into the causes of people's death in Spokane and the surrounding counties. Dr. Singh most recently served as medical examiner for Anaca County, Minnesota, and previously has worked in New Mexico and Arizona. She's also board certified in forensic, anatomic, and clinical pathology and is originally from Portland. She will be replacing retired chief medical examiner Dr. Sally Aiken and will work in the county's recently completed $12 million medical examiner facility. So she was hired in 2021. So she probably worked there about a year and a half, a little over a year and a half, when she examined the bodies of Ethan and Xana, Maddie, and Kaylee. Let me know what you think. Or maybe she just examined some of the bodies, not all of them. Let me know what you think. And there was a news report recently about her job duties, and she actually spoke. And I want to share a little bit about, I want to share this clip, right? Because she describes, you know, her role, her job duties, what's going on with her field. It's very interesting.
It's never going to be boring, and it's never going to be obsolete. So how many careers can you say that about?
Nearly 7,000 people died in Spokane County last year. The way they died, what killed them, helps those they leave behind live better, more complete lives. And the job of deciphering death in Spokane County falls to one woman. Thank you for being with us tonight. I'm Stephanie Vigil. The Spokane County Medical Examiner is a thankless position that most people only notice when something has gone wrong. But that did not stop Veena Singh from pursuing it. We do have team coverage for you tonight. Claire Graham is tracking the annual Medical Examiner's Death Report, which was just released. The report showing some disturbing trends, especially when it comes to fentanyl. But first, let's meet the woman herself. Today, Haley Gunther sat down with Dr. Singh to talk about the challenges she's facing and how they could impact every single one of us.
It is Tuesday, June 7th.
The person being examined would be laying here.
There are 2 autopsies on the schedule.
The exam it starts always with an external examination.
Next up, meetings with attorneys, phone calls to families, and continual reviews of the 25 to 35, sometimes well above 40, active cases Spokane County's medical examiner, Dr. Veena Singh, is managing at once.
Every day I see stuff that I didn't expect or that I haven't seen before. I'm always learning new things in this job, and that keeps it so interesting and exciting.
But a career in forensic pathology is also taxing, a glimpse into the worst of what people can do to themselves and each other.
You have to be really present with it in the moment, really feel it in the moment, and then you have to let it go.
It takes a special person to fill this role.
Becoming more and more apparent as there are fewer and fewer of us doing it.
And that creates a backlog in the system we rely on for answers and justice. Of Washington's 39 counties, only 6 have a medical examiner. The rest, an elected coroner.
They are not able to do the forensic autopsies or the physical examinations, so they need to contract with a forensic pathologist to do those exams.
An increasingly difficult find.
Coroner counties have been relying on mostly traveling pathologists. Over time, though, we're seeing those people retire and they're becoming less available.
Counties like Spokane help when and where they can for the entire region you see in either yellow or red here.
Each medical examiner county, their primary responsibility is to their own county.
New systems and solutions are constantly being considered, but the industry remains in dire need of help.
The caseloads are rising everywhere, and the whole system needs to function for any of it to function. And so, yeah, there's a lot of pressure on the system right now.
That can really only be eased by
more people. We need more pathologists.
And if that could be you, Dr. Singh hopes you'll know this.
Information that we gather through our work gives the community and our region ways to figure out, okay, how can we make our community safer? What roads are particularly dangerous? Where are pedestrians being struck? What drugs are circulating?
Haley Gunther.
It's a burden and a responsibility, but it's also a privilege.
KHQ, local.
Veena Singh. So, she examined the bodies. I never heard of her name prior. I was just digging in the affidavit of probable cause and saw her name. Did you guys notice her? What do you think about the bodies being examined further away? Do you think Veena Singh will testify at any future court hearings regarding Bryan Kohberger? I think it's most likely the medical, usually in court trials, the medical examiner testifies. So I think we're going to see more of her. I just wanted to bring some insight about her. Let me know what you think. Subscribe to my channel, hit the notification button, covering the Bryan Kohberger case at all angles. No stone left unturned. Who are all the people involved as far as playing a role with this investigation and this case from the beginning stages, before and after effect? Check out my Bryan Kohberger Moscow, Idaho playlist. We will talk soon. Stay tuned.